Oh, what's up, guys? Happy Sunday. What's up, Brian? Get a few minutes and get started. This week will be kind of a laid back week. No installs. We're just going to do a chassis design. This is a fingerprint magnet. Cool saber, though. The Watto's Junkyard, SP Sabers, Tusken Slayer. What's up, Mad Snow? I got these two out here because these are the switches, evidently. What's up, Mike? This is going to be a bit of a weird chassis. There's three different diameters in it, and it's a single piece hill. It only comes apart here on the pommel, as far as I could tell. So that's what we're going to have to work with. So I haven't measured it yet, but it's a certain diameter from here to here. This is a bigger diameter in this section on the inside, and of course it drops down to whatever that is. Finish fixing my car so I can focus on my saber. Priorities, man. Yeah, this is a 1 inch, so. And then also, we want, of course, we got these two blinky spots here, red and green, that we want to fire up too, right? So I'm going to have to figure that out. My first thought was to make a removable chassis, but I don't want to do that because I want these two LEDs over here to be NeoPixel and I want them to be programmable. So, yeah, you just asked. Yeah, I was going to do a removable or a half removable chassis, scrap that idea. So my entire chassis will be removable, is what I'm thinking on this guy. Haven't given it too much thought because I didn't want to have it all planned out before I get to the stream. I'll just kind of figure it out as I go. Yo, what's up, Titan? But yeah, it'll be a fully removable. One thing I noticed in here, you probably aren't going to be able to see, you can see right through it, but one thing you can't see from here by looking into it is how much bigger the ID is right here. What's up, Sir Peanut Butter? And these are the two switches that came with. I got two of them just like this, right? That came with it. And they have these little magnets glued on the tips and they go right in there. But even when they're fully depressed, you can't see them in there, right? If I were to throw this in there and push it down all the way, you can't see anything up top. So what I'm gonna, yo, what's up, Zach? What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna add a magnet to these guys, so they're a little bit longer, and they go down in the saber a little bit more. I'll probably just put one of these on. I got a bunch of these laying around. These are a bunch of magnets. So I'll glue another one to each switch and give me a little bit more depth. What up, nerds? So yeah, we will get to figuring this guy out, and we'll come up with something by the end of the stream. Mainly because I need to get this done. So I'm leaving, not tomorrow, but next Monday morning to Florida, and I'm trying to get my list cleared up and go on vacation and relax and be refreshed and come back with an empty commission list and open up my commission list and start from scratch. That's the plan. Oh, one other thing I noticed on this is there's no way to clock the chassis when I put it in there. So in order to get these switches to line up perfectly, what I think I'm going to do is I noticed on this Covertech, if you look underneath that screw, you see a couple washers that came that way. I'm going to take those washers out and see if I can get that Covertech screw to push down into the saber. And I'll put a groove in my chassis so I can use that to keep my chassis aligned when I go in and out. As you can see, it's 45 degrees or whatever from the switch box, so easy. Vacation, you say? So yeah, let's get Fusion up. I'll move this screen over here. I'll share my screen if I can figure out how to do that. There we go. And we'll just hoping to finish my saber before you go to Disneyland in 2 weeks. Oh man, you got plenty of time, dude. You got plenty of time. So, would you rather have it this way or see it full screen? Let me see if I can do it full screen. I may not be able to. There we go. Let's see what we got. Pretty thin hilt all together. It's only like 1.02 inches. I like to do all my stuff in inches. Oh, first build. That's what's up, man. Let's start with the battery because we want a full size battery. We're gonna go 18650. All right. And we want to put the battery on top of the board. That's a pretty tight fit. It's a pretty slim. Whoops. Something happened there. 2.96. That's what I wanted. Yeah. That's a pretty slim hilt to be stacking if we don't have to. Let me see how much room I got in the hilt first. Let's pull some measurements as we go here. .57. So I don't think I want to do it like this. I think we'll go the other way. There might be a chassis for this out there already. I try not to look too hard so that I can just come up with my own stuff and not be too heavily influenced. Gotta get kind of the basics out of the way first. So, where's the battery gonna go? Where's my wire path? Stuff like that. No biggie. What are you building? What is it that you're building for your first build? How long it take me to get used to this program? I don't know. I've been using it for about 2 years now. Oh, MHS. That'll make for a nice install, man. Not too hard. Plenty of room in there. Hopefully. If I remember right, the inside diameter of MHS is like 1.25 inches, so there's a lot of room in there. So there's my battery compartment. There's my wire passage, so you don't see any batteries in the battery compartment. That goes all the way through, so we're good there. We'll go ahead and close this off. Oh, what's up, Cole? We're building a chassis for a Watto's Junkyard and SP Sabers Tusken Slayer. So I got two different options for speakers here. I could go with a 24 and it won't be fully enclosed. I don't think. Let me double check that real quick. I don't think it will. But I'm wanting to go, I think I'm going to go with a 22 millimeter Smugglers Outpost Nano. 5.57. Actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do. 22 millimeter Nano Elite. So, oops. Yeah, there it is. Over here, circle. There we go. 872. I want to make sure the speaker is fully enclosed and doesn't press up against the pommel piece. So if I go about 5 here, make some place for the battery tabs. Should be good enough. Oops. About like that for the battery tabs. One thing about the 22 millimeters is you don't want to put a lot of pressure up against them when you're installing them. They're small, so we got to give ourselves plenty of room to put the speaker in the chassis, and that should do it right there. That will hold it nice. So we got that part out of the way. We're going to close this up. All right. We need to figure out, what do we got here? So it was the total length of the inside diameter that we had to play was a 5.57, but we're going to take away the pommel piece. No, man, they're no joke. It's a really good speaker. 0.38 minus 3.66. So we got another 1.53 inches we could go. That's enough for our board. So start doing our board up. Oops. It's going to be for Profi. Oh, the 22 millimeters are no joke. I prefer them over the 24s, actually, if you can fully enclose them. Oh, I don't think that was very good. Yeah, that was good. That's pretty much our board layout. I'm going to keep this wall thickness here because I like it. We had a total of 1.53 more we could go. Just like that. I don't like it when I don't have any room to have SD card and board access. It makes things really tight, so we're going to put it here. Cut off some of this battery compartment. At least we can get to the USB from here. This is a pretty slim hilt. Yeah, it's a pretty slim hilt, so. It's all right, though. .46 is the total length of the coffee board with the SD card in it. All your Slayer clear customs. Hell yeah, dude. Shouldn't be too long now. Maybe by Thursday, depending on where you're at. What's up, Brian? This week is for the chassis inclined. No installs this week. I've got to figure out what I'm doing with this saber. Probably, if I can nail this down tonight, I can install it, by Tuesday. What's up, Isaac? So that's a very basic design of what we've got for the chassis so far. The switches are going to have to go under the board. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I probably need to give myself just a little bit more meat under here to put the switches on. Like from here to here or something. What kind of Star Killer, Brian, from Corbant? I put a little bit more material under there because I know the switches are going to be right here somewhere. I got to have a place for them to sit. You probably need to map that out where they're going. So I'll do that right now. The Corbant's new Star Killer is it's a long boy. I don't know why it's so long. Who knows? Your first install was the SKIG Star Killer that was a pain. Not so bad. It is pretty tight though. To put everything in there is pretty tight. I've done probably like 19 of them, if I had to guess. So I gotta measure this in the light here and see what's the switch situation. I know the distance to my first switch. That's probably it right there. 4.7. I gotta look at these switches that I wanted to use and see if they'll work. I think they'll work. They gotta go back to back though. Crazy. Small lightsaber for a 9-year-old to wield, probably like an LGT. Something from an LGT. 4.7 minus. That way if they break it, because they inevitably will, right? Because they're 9, you won't feel the hit too much. Damn, thanks, Brian. Baby Yoda. Appreciate that, man. .32. All right, let's draw our switch section, which is probably the weirdest thing to do here to make sure it lines up right. We got Brian. Have you made it home yet to look at your Mara Jade? We got .2 for the switch. And we can't forget the magnet that we're going to put on it. And the magnet is it's like another .08. You don't get the CAD files for sabers, have to do it the old-fashioned way and just measure the crap out of the saber, which is fine. I actually prefer to do it this way. Soon though. Right on, man. So this switch is .1, 2, 9. I need to offset this. For that 2. All right. Oh, negative 4.2. .25. That's my first switch right there, and you can see how like it's right in that place where I beefed up the chassis a little bit. And then my other switch has to sit exactly right next to it. So I'm gonna have to take this. What slicer program do I use? I use Cura. And an older version of it too. I've tried the newer version. I didn't care for it very much, so I just stick with what I like. That's where our switches go. They're back to back, which means I'm gonna have a little place to put the wires from the switches. About 10 should do it. Oops. Did I do that enough? Yeah, there we go. So that's one side of the switches will come through for there. Let's do the other side real quick. This was almost the hardest part of this saber, was getting this switch alignment correct. And just like that. So now we got 2 slots for our switch wires to come through. 2 switches will sit here back to back. If I were to, I have to do this, but we can. These are the center points for the tactile switches. Just like that. For the Obi-Wan Apprentice, who makes that? Did I make a tutorial? Yeah, I made a 2-part tutorial for this program, and then for basic chassis designing. So you'll be sure, if you want to check it out, watch both parts. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so it's a little mixed up on how I loaded it up. But there is a 2-part tutorial on Fusion 360, and then go check out Benji Graham's chassis tutorial on North Herder Customs, and he goes into actually putting some designs on your chassis and making it look cool. But yeah, man. Okay, so we got our switches in there. I got to stop farting around and see what I want to do. Now we're moving into the 3rd inner diameter of this saber. The 3rd. I think it's 1 inch. No, maybe not. Maybe it's 7/8. Oh yeah, the Baby Yoda. Okay, right on, man. We can do it. This is going to be very weird because the emitter is right next to these 2 LEDs. Let me bring my screen over and show you what I mean again. So the emitter in here, it's a 7/8 inch blade, but it stops right past these 2 LEDs in the saber, right? And I want to put 2 neopixels there. It's going to be super tight. I mean, the end of the blade socket is like right here. So that's weird, but we'll get through it. It feels a little bit more than 7/8. Really, that's kind of wild. That's going to make for a loose blade. So we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it, but that's not necessarily a good thing. You don't want your blade so tight it doesn't fit in there, obviously, but you don't want it this wobbly either. Okay. It's not 8.875. I'm going to go with .88. Or maybe .879. We got to extend this. How long is that? We'll see right here in a second. We gotta get in the light and measure it. Two, three, one. That's what we've got. I'm gonna put some two neopixels side by side right here. All right, man. I'll check it out. No worries. Baby Yoda. I know from memory that it's the same with the stock V2, V3, CC Sabers. They're all 0.075. You want this negative 0.11 insert to stick out, but not the LEDs. I'm only going to go a little bit for right now. Okay. We're almost done with the basic design. The only thing left for me to do is to put my two slots for my two neopixel accents right here. Take a drink of water and think about it. Okay. It's not going to draw itself. Just a personal preference. Nader, it's just a personal preference, man. You can do whatever you want. 5mm accents would definitely work. I just like neopixels. I don't know what I'm going to do yet for the brass rods, Brian. I just want to make sure everything fits first. I wish I had some of those smaller ones from KR Sabers, those tiny neopixels. I forget what they're called. They might be 5mm. I don't know, but those would be sweet for a build like this. I just don't happen to have any here. 0.15. Mater, I think you reached out to me for a grip guide. I wasn't ignoring you. I went to answer you, and I was at the pumpkin patch with my family, and then I forgot all about it. So if you still need that, let me know tomorrow afternoon because I'll be working, and then I can get that to you. No charge. I'll just throw you the STO if I have it. If I have it. I think I do. I just got to make sure. No, I'm probably being stubborn on these these neopixel accents, but it's all good. Plus, I can program them a lot easier than I can just diodes. So I mean that's something that I always think about as well. All right on, man. Yeah, masking tape works too. So now Now we got to do something with this. They are 0.4 wide. I'm going to figure out how long do I get to my first one here. I think my first one is 0.69 in there. We'll go 0.89. So we'll offset this. Maybe 0.89. And we're down 4. Come over here. 9. What's up, Gold Blooded? Yep. It's chassis design time. Those are my NeoPixels, but I don't want to just leave it square because it looks kind of stupid. So we're going to button it up and make it look like we know what we're doing. Can you add some mild etching on the Baby Yoda? Maybe the Rhino sigil from the Mandalorian or something. Yeah, we can definitely do that. No problem. No problem, dude. I think I've etched one of those before. These are basically my 2 NeoPixel accents. That's what they'll look like right here. But I want to bring these up. Oh. Bring it out here. Oops. My computer doesn't like all this stuff I've got open. It's all right. We'll get through it. Once we bring that stuff out, we can just come over here with a circle and we can cut it off. That's what I do. It just seems easiest for me. You guys might have a better way. I just make this circle and just cut all that stuff off. You see how that looks like a separate drawing? We can go to this combine tool, combine this and this, and hit enter. Now it's all one drawing. So now I'll come in here. We gotta make a place for our wires to go. Should be fine right there. Figure out what that circle was. 385. And we'll go to this object. So we're good there. Now we can take this circle. A little too much. That's our basic chassis design. We got our switches, we got our speaker, we got our battery, our board, our NeoPixel connector. Oh, one last thing I wanted to do. I wanted to use the Covertech screw for clocking the chassis. Well, we need to put that groove in there before we start messing around any kind of designs. So, take this screw out real quick and see how thick it is. This guy is 0.12 to do it, so that's fine. Let's come over here. First, I'm going to change this up because I want to get this out of my way. I'm going to take these two tabs and we're going to move them. This is not too bad of a chassis, because I have a lot of length to play with. So it's not bad. It's just the inner diameter is pretty small, but no, I've had to make some pretty cram foo ones, and I don't think this one will be bad. So I move those to being up and down for the solder tabs on the speaker, because right here on the same side, is it the same side? Nope, it's the opposite side. I'm glad I looked at that. The opposite side of our NeoPixels, so over here, this little groove right here is going to be for our chassis clocking. This guy right here. And we can offset it about, negative 0.2 because it doesn't go all the way to the battery or to the speaker. We can just go to right here as well. There we go. So that would be our the screw for the Cobra Tech will help us clock this chassis. Now we can come in here and start messing around with it a little bit. Do some different things. Some dimensions on them. Excuse me. Oops. Crazy. 31. 31. 3. That's plenty. Bring this down a little bit. Oops. Too much. There we go. Do some things here. Since this is a pretty thin chassis, you're not going to get too wild with it. Oops. Wrong mirror. No. Yeah, it'd probably be easier, but I'm just stubborn. Could get a pattern or an SVG image and put it on here too, but I'll just do it like this. But yeah, you're definitely right. It would be easier and faster. Mm-hmm. I'll have to look up how to do that, Jack. I'm not familiar with how to do that. Yeah, definitely the wrong stream. It will be ribbed though. My computer is almost giving up on me. This takes a while to do. I mean, I've got the chassis done. I just don't like it looking plain, so I just like to mess with it a little bit. You know? Be designing a chassis specifically for Benji's adult sound font. Yeah, all ribbed for his mom's pleasure. Oh, I don't know where he is, man. I invite him every week. Sometimes he can't make it, or he's busy or something. I don't know. He didn't want any of this tonight. Hmm. Have it, man. Oh, he sent you a coupon? That's what's up. Did you get a chance to use it? Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it, dude. Oops. We're almost done. I wanted a chance to put some Greeblies and stuff like Benji and Tim do on their chassis, but this one is a little too thin, and I don't want to risk the stability of the chassis for that on this one. Oops. Yeah, we're almost done. Thanks, Brian. Right now, I just have black, gray, and copper PLA in house. This one will probably be. Uh, this one will probably be black. You know something I forgot to do? I'm glad I saw it. Is I didn't draw my battery tabs. Yeesh. Need those. Go here. All this here. Only after I wrap these up, I'll call this good. All right, we've got a line there, don't we? So I want to drag all this stuff to the other side so we don't have to draw it twice. Just like that. And that. And close that off for some reason. There we go. Still no. That, 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 and that. And I do like to bevel these a little bit. Oh, what happened here? That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I know why. I know why I did that. One side is shorter than the other, and I don't usually do that. That's why I get confused. So we're going to offset it that much and then come back down on it. That will do it. There we go. Praying I'm not gluing myself to my crystal chamber right now. What are you doing, Cole? Are you doing that subversion? There we go. Dude, I got some CA glue in my eye one time, and that shit was crazy. It bothered me for 3 days. Don't get that in your eye. All right on, man. You just got that in the mail, too. So I do like to bevel in these corners just for strength. Don't bevel them enough to where it even matters. You know, it's not going to touch the battery terminal, but it will help strengthen that spot on the PLA so it's not a 90-degree angle in all 4 of those corners. I'm pretty much done. I think got a pretty solid design that should work well, I hope. So I'll throw this on the printer tonight and hopefully it'll come through without any modifications needing to be done. And then I can install it on Tuesday. And that's pretty much my Watto's Junkyard Tusken Slayer. So with that, I'm probably going to close it up for the night. I hope you guys have a good week. I probably won't do one of these next week just because I'll be leaving early Monday morning on my trip. And I won't feel like doing this on Sunday and then leaving Monday. So hopefully you guys like that. I know it was kind of like for a real specific crowd that liked chassis and how to design chassis. And I learned a few things too from Jack in the comments that I want to go look up sometime this week and see if I can make these types of things easier for myself. So thanks for sharing that with me, Zach, or Jack. Sorry, Jack. And I hope you guys have a good week. All right. Talk to you next week. Thanks for tuning in.